Hello, hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi, and I am here with Miss Angela from AJ Mobile Notary.
Welcome, you guys. We're so glad to have you.
Yes. Hey, Angela. We got another Angela in the house.
And Angela in the house.
And Amethyst. Hey, guys. Welcome. If you guys want to come on stage, I'm getting ready to put the link in there, too. I'm going to repeat that later as more people join us.
Hi, Shannon and Celeste in the Notary down south.
Yeah, let me put that in there. I'll put the link in there, guys, if you want to join us on stage. Hey, Shannon, down so. Yeah, Facebook, hello. And then let's see. We're gonna let Angela. I forgot to ask you, did you have a story this week? I know we talked about your apostille, right?
Did we talk about we talked about my apostille. No, we did not. No, we didn't, because it just happened.
Oh no, the story about the lady today.
Okay.
Giving her a ride home.
So you guys, I had this call. Actually,
hold on one second. I forgot about Alexis. So Alexis is going to join us a little bit later, guys, because she actually had an apostille job at the last minute.
So you guys, Kim's not taking credit, but this is me and Kimmi's story, because I was already out today. I was actually delivering an apostille from Friday, but we'll tell you about that later. And so Kim comes like, Angela, there's a person down the street, can you go get her for me? I'm like, sure. And so she was like, I'm telling the whole story. At Notary Educators, we tell you the real. And so she's basically said that, and what did you say? It's an emergency. What the term you use?
Please go and help her.
You have a sob story or something, you said.
Yeah, I said I got a sob story for you. If you go,
and she know you guys, I don't be liking sob stories, but I take it. So she's like, I got a sob for you and story for you, Angela. Can you please go notarize this document for this lady? And I told her $25. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. So I go down to the parking lot at the farmer's market. It's close to my house. And I go there, and the lady's there, very nice young lady. And so I'm beginning to fill out the documents for her. And I thought she needed a witness. And so I said, oh, do you have a witness? She's like, no, I don't really know anybody here. We just moved here. I said, well, I can call somebody, but that'll be $25. And I said, Kim said she would charge you only $25, right? She said, yes. And then so she said, well, I can't really afford $25 because I had to take an Uber here and I got to take an Uber back. And I was like, oh, I said, well, I can't notarize the documents without a witness. And she was like, oh, man. And I don't know anybody. I said, I tell you what, I'll take you home. I said, where do you live? And so she said, she lived like 4 miles out of the way from where I live. I said, I'll take you home. You pay the witness. And so she was like, okay, thank you so much. I said, you're not an axe murderer or anything, are you? Because Kim know where I am. But anyway, so as I was going through the documents, the other document that needed a witness, she didn't actually need it notarized. So it worked out. And I called my witness and said, you don't have to come. So we were, she paid me the $25 and we were getting in the car. And I'm like, are you sure it's okay if I take you home? Because I don't want nobody to find me murdered on the side of the street. And she said, no, I can just call I can call my roommate. I'm like, no, I don't need to do all that. But the whole point is too, is that when we ride home, she's like, oh, what do notaries really do? They do all this? I said, no, they don't do all this. I said, I'm doing you a big favor. And so she says, oh, that's so nice of you. And so we had a little chit chat. She was a very nice young woman, but the moral of the story is that Kim does people favors all the time. I do people favors sometimes, but I do. But yeah, so do notaries, tell me what you guys think. Should notaries give people ride homes when they don't have a ride home, when they had to catch, no, they shouldn't. But
on the norm, you do not put people in your car as strangers. Okay,
you don't put strangers in your car.
On the norm,
I did it today, guys, but she was like a really nice young lady. I kept asking her, was she an axe murderer?
Oh my goodness. So on the norm, we do not give strangers rides home.
Right.
But that was nice of Angela today to do that.
It was crazy. I had a crazy day, you guys. Then my first one this morning at 8:00, She made the appointment with the signing agency for me to be there at 8. I'm knocking on the door, no answer. 5 minutes later, I'm texting her, Miss whoever, I'm here. 5 minutes later, she texts me back, oh, can you please give me a few minutes? I'm like, why in the darn well you made an appointment for 8 o'clock when you're not ready? So anyway, I had a day today.
And that does happen. They're supposed to be ready at a certain time, and then you got to put the dog up, put the kids up, and do all this. And in Angela's case, get dressed. So patience is definitely needed. So, guys, welcome to everyone here. Okay, I won't go through the whole list, but we appreciate every one of you being here. And for those of you that join us on the replay, we are so excited you're here. So let's talk about tonight's topic, okay?
Yes.
So do you have a 9-to-5 mentality in your business? What do we mean by that? So we're, first of all, disclaimer, we are not saying go and quit your job, go and quit your 9-to-5. We are not saying that, okay? Mm-hmm. What we are asking, though, do you bring a 9-to-5 mentality over into your notary business? Because your notary business might be part-time, it might be full-time, it might be anything, right? Because it's whatever you want to make it. So what do we mean by that? So I'll throw off a few. You guys put some in the chat. What do you think we mean by 9-to-5 mentality? Angela, you can also chime in. So I'll get started. So first of all, when I think 9-to-5 mentality, I think structure. Some of us like structure. I'll use my husband as an example. Jeffrey likes his 9-to-5. He knows what he has to do, when he has to do it. He sits at this desk because he works from home, and he tap on the computer, and he's very content with that. He is. I, on the other hand, I'm like hustler mode all day long. What do I have to do? How do I get it? I call Angela and Alexis all day.
All day, every day, you guys.
I'm like, hey, da-da-da-da-da. So I have a hustler mentality. It's in my blood. It's in my blood. This topic actually came about because Alexis was on a live yesterday on Facebook, and she said something toward the end. I said, that's a great topic. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean by 9-to-5. You like structure. That's one point. So what point do you have about being 9-to-5?
So the point I have about being 9-to-5 is you're starting this notary business, and it's your business. And when it's your business, do you treat it like a 9-to-5 in the sense that you're afraid to make a decision and you're waiting on someone else to tell you what to do or what move to make? This is your business. So you have to, like Kim said, think outside the box. You have to sit down and write out a plan. I keep telling you guys about having a plan, having a business plan, what you're going to do, where you need to go today, tomorrow, as far as what you need to do with your business. But do you have the 9-to-5 attitude where you're sitting down, you're like, oh, I'm afraid to make this move, or I'm afraid to do this, or somebody needs to asking questions. It's okay to ask questions, but asking questions in the sense wanting someone to make all the decisions for you. If you're running a business, then sometimes you got to make a decision and not be afraid to fall or make a mistake.
Yeah, you got to just sometimes stand out on faith and be like, you know what, I'm going to do this. So, and sometimes even like we have notary signing agents that reach out and they'll say, well, should I do this or should I do that? So I'm not at the signing table. I don't know what you should do. Mm-hmm. If it's a basic business call, you might have to make that decision. I have people reach out. Should I notarize this document for the client? They asked me to do something. I'm going in the signing agent role, but now they have an extra document. Should I notarize that for free? Well, that's your business.
Right.
If you want to charge a little something, you can do. Is that my practice? Normally not. Yeah. I normally just notarize it for them for free, normally. Now, I had one lady, she kind of had an attitude with me. Like I should do it, and I didn't like her tone. So I was going to charge her for that. And that wasn't necessarily nice. Okay. Y'all know I'm big on being nice around here. But I'm human. And I didn't like her tone. So I said it's going to be $25. And she was like, oh, I'll take it to my bank. Now, I could have just said, well, you know what? I'll just do it for you. But her whole everything was just like ugly with me. And I'm like, I'm doing you a favor. Mm-hmm. So kindness goes a long way. That's for us too, even as notaries. So let's get back to our 9-to-5 mentality. What else? So you like structure. You know what you're going to do. You don't have to have nobody tell you what to do. And like Andrew said, making decisions. So another piece of that Alexis was talking about yesterday, the generation that we come from, our parents actually worked where they retired and received retirement money. My dad worked at Ford Motor for 40 years. So when he retired, he had 3 checks. 3. when I retire, I'm not going to have that. So I have to think outside the box to create my own retirement plan, if you know what I mean. So I can't sit around and say, oh, I got 3 checks. So they were content with that. They were frightened a lot of times, the unknown. And I get that. But didn't COVID teach all of us that you may have a job for 20, 30 years? And then what happened?
No job.
No job. COVID taught all of us that. Let me see, can I cut this down a little bit? I hear echo. So COVID taught us, hey, God bless the child has got his own. Because I started my business during COVID. Can you imagine? I would have never thought, never thought I would start a business in the middle of COVID. I mean, really? But there was a need. So if you can fulfill a need for people, now you can make some money off of it. So I would say we are public servants also, but we also can make our money while we're doing it. So we're not going to retire like our parents did. Right. So we got to think outside the box. Did you have something else, Angela?
And the 9-to-5 mentality is like, I think I was born to be my own boss. Ever since I've ever had a job, I've always had a side hustle or my business. When I lived in San Diego, I was working 10 hours a day as a legal secretary, but I had a resume service and had my office at the Mailbox Express, where I would meet people downtown because I was close to the Mailbox Express. So I had a whole resume service going on at the Mailbox Express. I've had a customer service business where I had 10 employees working from home. So I had to make decisions myself. So I've always had to make decisions because I always basically had a 9-to-5 and a side hustle or a business.
Right. And that's what Fearless Notary just said. I'm going to skip through the comments tonight, guys. We'll definitely come back for a Q&A. We're going to talk about this a few more minutes. Fearless Notary says, having someone to tell you what to do. Some people like that, you know. Again, as we already talked about the structure, you don't want to think about what you have to do. And I think that's the biggest thing, too. I really do, because I hear that all the time. And then like Shannon B mentioned, treat it like a 9-to-5 where you got to wear all the hats. You are the accountant. You are the marketer. You are the person looking for hiring. If you have to hire somebody, you are the everything. You're the notary. You're the signing agent. You're the nail fingerprinting tech.
Right.
I wear 15 different hats, and I enjoy every second of it.
She enjoys every minute second of it. Trust me.
Every second of it. I wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I have an idea. I think good around that 3, 4 o'clock mark, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to wake up and actually execute, you know.
And don't let her see me online. Don't let her see me online at 7. I'm like, Kim, how do you know I was out of bed? She's like, I saw you moving.
So unfortunately with social media, I see some activity. I'm like, oh, they up. So I do my best thinking at 3, 4 in the morning, and I had that thought, and every day my mind is just clicking. And that's good for you too, actually. You know, now you can do too much sometimes, but as a business owner, I have to think if I want my business to thrive, you know, I'm always thinking, who can I market to? Who needs to know that I'm existing? Walking into places, especially until you get your name out there. We kind of talked about that a little bit last week, marketing with your hats and your shirts. I started to wear my shirt today, but I changed my mind. But just marketing, people need to know you're out there, and you have to work harder. You have to work twice as hard.
You do.
To have your own business. You really do. And then once you get it established, though, guys, that's the point. You don't have to work that hard forever. So right now, I can turn down a few jobs here and there. I don't have to do like I did initially.
Right.
You know, I don't drive the 2-hour mark like I used to when I was trying to get my name out there with signing companies.
Right.
And then you know, they use you enough. They kind of know where you want to go.
Right.
And they already know sometimes when they call you, I know this is out your service area, you know, and they'll know they got to pay you a little bit more, you know.
Right.
Anything else you want to add about that? Oh, here's somebody.
Just speaking of 9-to-5, having a 9-to-5 mentality, especially in this notary business, you really have to have more than a 9-to-5 mentality. For example, Saturday, I took the day off again. Yes, I did. Saturday, I took the day off. I'm like, Kim, if I get anybody, I'm sending them to you. So I was going to go to the farmer's market, have a good day with my girlfriend, and I'm literally backing out my driveway, and I had one of my previous customers call me. It's like, Angela, I need you. I have these documents. Somebody messed it up. I went to them, and I know you can do it right. I need you to fill out this document. I'm saying to myself, why you even went to them in the first place? You know you've been coming to me. So anyway, he was like, can I email it to you? What's your email? Can you print it out? And can I please come over? I said, I won't be home till like 4:00. So, and it was like 12 then. I said, you can come after 4. I said, matter of fact, I'll call you when I'm on my way home so that I can meet you. So what happened, he ended up having an emergency at work. It was a Saturday. So he called me and said he can't make it at 4. Can he come after 8? So I said, yes. I didn't charge him extra, believe it or not. He was a previous customer. He had used me at least 3 times before. And I told him, that's fine. Just let me know when you're on your way. So a 9 to 5, when 5:00 hit, you're done. You don't have to worry about anybody calling or coming by to pick up your document. They emailed you. He needed this for his child that was going overseas and had to take it somewhere. So I obliged him and let him come after 8:00. So you got to go back to the question, do you just have that 9 to 5 mentality?
Mm-hmm. And actually, I just had this job to leave my house. So I had Jeffrey do that because I was getting ready to prepare for this live, but I wasn't turning down that money. So make everybody in your house a notary. Are your spouses or boyfriends or significant others notaries? If you can't do it, do you have somebody you could pass that work on to? That's being a boss. So my husband is a notary right now. Jeff, well, that was at 7. No, what time is it? That was at 8. She came about 10 minutes to 8. Jeffrey was down there stamping that paper. So he supports me and also became a notary. Now, did he necessarily want to? Because remember, I told you he's a 9 to 5er. He doesn't mind that. But he was like, okay, I'll do it. So women, support your men and help them to build with you. Sometimes you have to encourage them. That's a whole another show, right?
Right.
But help your significant others. Sometimes they don't know. I have a nephew right now. I'm getting ready to encourage him to do the business. Actually, he's already started the process. He's 18 years old. Yeah. So let's get our young men out here doing something. They can have their own businesses. They start at 18. By the time you're 22, 23, fully, it takes about 3 to 4 years to have your business fully functional. And we'll talk about this a couple more minutes because I want to hit these comments. So Shannon was like, let's see. She said she thought we meant work it like a 9 to 5, be there all day. As Angela just stated, a lot of times we work after 5. We start before 9. So yeah. And then sometimes another piece of that I was thinking about, because I was that person at work. When I knew it was time to go home, I started slacking up a little bit. I can't slack up. I got to keep going. And then Frank said he starts his day every day at 3 a.m. because he starts studying YouTube University. Okay, Frank. And that is part of it. Ongoing training, investing in your business. That is definitely part of this. You have to know what you're doing to have a successful business. You guys know I say that all the time. You got to know how to stamp them papers, and you have to know that. A lot of people kind of push back on that. We need to know how to do the business and build it. And I'm all for that. I teach you how to build the business too. But you have no business if your documents are incorrect. I've had quite a few of my customers call me back to do something that somebody messed up. I'm like, why you went anyway? Because you thought it was going to be cheaper? That's what you get. Yep, trying to save money. Shannon said that's the reason why she started her side business is because of what happened with COVID. Yep. What happened with COVID. And then I love what Danielle says. She's always been bossy, but now she's finally the boss. All right, Danielle. I love it. And that's kind of my issue too. I don't really take too kind of people telling me what to do. That's not a good quality. That's not a good quality. I don't think you're like that at all. I don't think that you don't take too kindly to people telling you what to do. I think that you're a boss and you love telling people what to do, but I also think that you listen to too. So you love telling people what to do, but you will listen. I do like telling people what to do. She do like telling people what to do. And it's not even that. I'm really organized when it comes to my business. Now, if you look in my closet and you see stuff all over the floor, I mean, I know everybody say your life should reflect your work and your car reflect. Honestly, guys, my closet is a hot mess. Okay. Real talk. But my business, when I'm dealing with my documents or anything with my business, I'm on point, like 100. Class 100. I don't play about my business. People often say, you're so thorough. You're so detailed. You're so this. Yeah, I don't play about my business. Now, like I said, my closet is a different story. So let's see. Danielle said all the hard work she knows is going to pay off. It is. It is. And let's see. Fearless Notary says, yeah, my husband does paint events and DJs. Yes, you got to have a side something nowadays. You cannot put all your eggs in just your 9 to 5. You cannot. And your notary business is an excellent way to start making that side money. I'm telling you guys. And let's see, Danielle says she's working on getting her family involved. Yep. Get your grandkids, everybody. Yes, they can tell people you're a notary for you. Very good. So if you guys have any questions, let's go back here and check the questions really quick. Angela, while I'm checking the questions, you want to tell them about the upcoming Georgia event?
Sure. So we're having a meet and greet, you guys. It's May 15th in Snellville, Georgia, and it's going to be from 1 to 5. And we are really going to get our Georgia notaries together. If you're in South Carolina, you're an attorney state too. You're not that far away. You drive on down. We're going to be talking about the myths and truths about being a notary in Georgia and attorney state. We're going to talk about some general notary work. We're going to talk about some loan signing. We're going to have some Q&A, and we're going to make sure that we feed you so you won't go home hungry for dinner. And so we're really looking forward to it. We think it's going to be a blast, and we think you'll learn a lot. So come join us. Check out Kim's YouTube, NotaryEducatorsLLC.com, and on all of our Instagram pages, you'll find information regarding how to register for the course. And so the course is really, people are signing up. So we really appreciate everybody that has signed up. We're really excited because we know people have been asking for this for a long time. And with COVID being here, we really didn't want to do it. And I'm sure a lot of people, just nobody wanted to do that. But COVID, things are leveling out, and, you know, the government has changed the requirements for meeting in public places. So we're still going to be safe, but, you know, come out and, you know, go to NotaryEducators and LLC.com and register for the meet and greet. We know that you guys will really, really enjoy it and learn a lot.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget the new Facebook group, Notary Educators. You do not have to take one of our classes to come over and join us on Facebook. We are going live way more often on Facebook. We couldn't go live. We had another little group chat for people that actually took our class, but we couldn't go live over there. So a lot of things we could not do. We were very limited, like a group chat. Mm-hmm. So we moved everyone over to Facebook if they wanted to join us. So now we go live over there daily. One of us or all three of us, we're going live on Instagram. We're just going to have a greater presence digitally. So whatever you guys need, you know, the best way to contact us is through the Facebook group. If you got a question about assignment or whatever, drop it in the chat because we want everyone to learn.
Yeah.
So if you reach out to us personally, and we're going to probably end up telling you, hey, drop it in the Facebook chat because we want everybody to learn. I had someone ask me the other day, what color ink pen should they use? I said, first of all, we always start with the instructions. So if you check the instructions, it will tell you blue or black. Yep. If there are no instructions, the common best practice is blue, because if you use black, it just looks like a copy. But when you use blue ink, they can actually tell. So you always want to start with your instructions, okay? For copying purposes, the blue ink is always better. So that's just a tip right there. But anything you have, drop it in the Facebook group, and we'll get to it. One of us or other experienced notaries in there. So you know we don't have no nonsense over there. Right. We want everybody to win. And don't forget Notary Educators, okay? Facebook group.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get these questions. So Amethyst asked earlier, what type of documents did you have, Angela? And I think she had a virtual mailbox form, right?
Yeah, she had a virtual mailbox form. She was starting a business, and it was a virtual mailbox that she needed. So yeah, I had to notarize that form for her.
Yes, so that was a virtual mailbox. So you want to, as you start doing more and more forms, you'll become accustomed to what's required, because on those forms, they actually need 2 IDs. They need a regular ID and another one, like a proof of insurance.
Yeah, she had like a lease and a driver's license. And just something quick about that, you guys, when you're notarizing documents for people, we can't tell people what to put on their documents, but there was something on the front. You know, she was like, okay, you need to notarize it here and I need to sign here. I looked at the documents, and what she didn't realize is that there was a place on the front where the notary needed to sign and notarize, but I couldn't sign it and notarize it because it did not have a notary venue. It did not have a notary body. It just had a signature for the notary. But the instructions were, if you can't, something to the fact if you can't stamp or sign, then you had to write a note in the block that says "see attached certificate," and the notary certificate was on the next page. So I did that, and then she didn't know she needed to sign next to that page, because I'm like, this isn't right. There, you have to sign somewhere. I don't see where you've signed. I'm notarizing your signature, but you haven't signed anywhere, and it wasn't on the notary certificate they had attached. So as notaries, we still have a level of responsibility to make sure people documents are to the point where they are sufficient enough to do what needs to be done with them, if you know what I mean.
Right. So again, don't stress about the documents.
Right.
But as you get more experience out there, it'll just become second nature. Some of the ones you see more often. Your main role as a notary when you get out there, though, is to identify them. You know, write it in your journal, stamp, make sure we're preventing fraud, and what's in the document is really not our business. But it's good to know sometimes what's required with the document. That'll save you. That's like what we call screening questions around here. Do you need a witness? You know, ask the client. Oh, I don't know. Well, look at your document and tell me. You know, so that way you can be prepared when you go out there. So let's see, back to the chat.
So just one thing about that mailbox document. The point is that the notary information was on the next page, but she didn't sign it anywhere. So as a notary, we need to know that, okay, I'm just notarizing something, but there's no signature for the client. And that's when I realized, okay, you have to be able to sign somewhere. So I had to actually read through the document, skim through it, not read everything, skim it to see where she had to sign because it wasn't obvious where she had to sign, basically.
And we never go to an assignment and just start stamping.
Right.
We go to the assignment, we look at the document first. We don't even start writing it in our journal because we may not be stamping that document. So that looks something like this. I get there and I say, okay, Mr. Smith, give me just a second while I look over the document, make sure everything is okay. I'm going to stamp it. At that point, then I start filling out my journal. So don't get there and just start stamping, okay?
And that's exactly what happened because I told us I can't do anything until I make sure you don't need a witness. Because if you don't have a witness, I can't do anything for you.
Yeah. So that's good screening question. So Miss Penny Day says, hopefully she can make it to the live event. She had another grandbaby. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'll be helping out. And are we going to have books there? I do plan to have some books there. I was not originally, but Angela and another attendee have been talking and they highly recommend it. So I do listen to people. I do.
I said you do.
You did. So I had to think about that. I do like telling people what to do though. So yes, so I am going to have some books there upon suggestion from Angela and other people. I will have some books. I don't know how many yet. If you guys kind of drop in the chat, if you'll be coming and need a book, I was thinking about ordering 20, and I actually could save you a few dollars if I order it. So I am going to have about at least 20 is my plan.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to have a lot of stock left because then what do I do with them? Dana says, is the notary signing agent course still available? It is, Dana. We just really need to put that course out for the month of May. And because we're having the live, we normally, the live event, we normally have 2 of each class per month. The Notary Basic is the one Angela and I teach together. That's where we teach you how to notarize properly, how to build your business. Then the loan signing one, Notary Signing Agent, is the one that Alexis and I teach. And that course, we go over everything, how to be a successful notary signing agent from beginning to end. The time you accept it to the end when you give the documents back or whatever. So this month we did not. So if you want to have a private lesson on that, let me know. We can go ahead and get you on the schedule for the month of May because we haven't put a class out for that one yet. Okay. And it'll be the same price. We'll do that again. We did that last month because we had a lot going on. So if you want to have a private lesson for the same price, a private basic class with about 2.5 hours, let us know. We'll do it, like I said, for the same price and give you the same information, whatever, individual, one-on-one. And the same thing for notary signing this month because we have the event coming up.
So she means the same price as the group training. The group training is less than the one-on-one training. Yeah, the group price is cheaper than normally a one-on-one. So this month we'll make that exception again, okay? So you don't have to wait for a group class. All right. And then let's see. What was next? Did I miss something, Angela? You did. Dana McMillan is the notary signer. Okay. Thanks. I'm loving the drop-in videos. Oh, nice. The one from Friday was great about Angela budgeting. What were you talking about, Angela budgeting? What were you talking about? I was just talking about your business and how do you have a budget for your business, and talked about making a plan, a business plan, and not just going in and doing the notary business, but have a plan, know how much you need for your supplies and that type of thing. That's
good. That's real good. So you don't have a budget for your business, like Angela was saying. Now, in my case, honestly, and this is the best thing about the notary business, guys. Once you buy your supplies, you're basically good. You don't have to, it doesn't have a high overhead like everything else. It just doesn't. Here's Alexis joining us now.
Hi, Alexis.
Hello.
It really depends on how many loan signings you have, because that's where the bulk of your supplies are going to be used for, from printing loan signing documents. Because with me, I usually only buy like 2 reams of long paper, because a lot of companies don't require you to use a lot of long paper. So I don't buy a lot of long paper.
And that's going to be depending on what kind of documents you're doing. The refis have a lot of mixed papers.
Yeah.
So don't assume everything is letter size. Right. Alexis, we kind of already had the conversation, but I want your perspective about the 9-to-5 mentality. We're going to double back to that, and then we'll get the rest of these questions. Can you address it from the point when you were talking about your background and your family all had jobs and they didn't have, they didn't work self-employed? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, I was just saying that growing up, I didn't really see a lot of entrepreneurs around me. And honestly, when I did, the situations I did see, they always went back to a job. Like I saw a couple times where they would try to venture out, people around me growing up, but they always went back to a job and working for someone. So I was just saying how it was a little tougher for me getting started to kind of get out of that mindset of, you really have to switch your whole mindset. I mean, you know, you don't see something, you're not familiar with something as far as being an entrepreneur, and you're used to working a 9-to-5, you're used to everybody around you working a 9-to-5. You don't have anyone to go to about being an entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of work, and it is something you have to study and be knowledgeable on. And yeah, I never saw that growing up, so it was just difficult for me to change my mindset over into a kind of like a hustle and a grind mode. Because like I said, a 9-to-5, you know, you go, you get your check, you know it's coming every 2 weeks, every week, however, and that's that. It's no real, I mean, of course you got to work hard, but it's no real grinding and getting it. You know what I mean? You don't know if today you're going to have 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. It's all up to you when you're an entrepreneur. So it just took a lot of changing in my mindset and really studying what it is to be an entrepreneur, right? Marketing, you're your own boss. You having to take care of taxes and all these different things. Because taxes for self-employment are different for you filing a W-2. So it just took a whole lot of knowledge and me changing my mindset and really grinding it and trying to hustle and get it, really.
And I talked about my dad earlier having a job for 40 years, working for Ford Motor. If you know anything about the big 3, is what the plants were called up north, Ford, GM, and Chrysler. They got laid off quite a bit. So when my dad would get laid off, he would start a carpet cleaning business, and he had several businesses. So I learned and watched that from him. So he and my mom also rented property when I was younger. I was already moved to Georgia by this point. Well, I was there a couple years with her, but I wasn't there deeply involved, but I knew what she was doing. So you guys know my mom or knew her. So she was a hustler. Hustler. She would always tell me, "What would your friend do?" Talking about Angela when I wanted to talk about her.
I loved her.
She would always say, "What would your friend do?" Like everybody on here be like, WWAD, what would Angela do? My mom would say, "What your friend gonna do?" Well, she wouldn't do that. So I was like, shut up. Not shut up. But I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, this is my business. Okay. You right. So anyway, I did have a daycare myself before. I had a mobile detailing company. We only did that for a little bit, though. That was another side job that we did. My daycare, I actually quit my full-time job to do that. It was an in-home daycare, and I did that for 4 years, and I loved it. And just one day I got sick of it. And Jeff said he was coming home, and I was screaming at the kids. He was like, I think that's enough. So I did that for 4 years. I love my kitties, though, because I don't have any children. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. but I don't have any children. It's just me and Jeffrey, and I love children. I used to work at Children's Hospital for 8 years. My daycare, so I love children, so that's in my blood also. Just never really had the desire to have any myself. I kind of like to do me. I didn't mention that I'm a slight, I don't like the word lazy, because I'm not lazy.
She's not lazy,
but I'm into me. I mean, when I say that, I mean, I don't want to, I can't explain it. And I always have my nieces and nephews around. I have my mom and dad. I helped them for 20 years with their health issues. So that's why I won't use the word lazy, but it just was a lot. It was a lot. My dad was ill for like 15 years. So enough about me. Let's get back to the 9 to 5 mentality. So like one more thing I want to point out is like Jeffrey will tell me sometimes I'm not hungry enough. If I turn down certain money or certain things, he's like, you're not hungry enough. So that's another thing, like Alexis was saying earlier. If you're hungry enough, you're gonna make that business happen, and it won't be an option to go back to your 9 to 5.
Because you guys, I had, when Kim was talking, I forgot I ran my whole catering company by myself for 3 years, and I did all the cooking by myself. I still got all the catering stuff that I need to get rid of because I'm not going to do that again. Even though the money was balling, I used my kids as they were dressed up. I used my kids to go serve, and their little friends in high school, they loved that I paid them $125 a night. They thought that was a lot of money, which it was. This was back in the 80s and 90s. My husband, like Kim mentioned, support. Have your spouse support you. My husband like tell me what I need to do, when I need to do it, and how you need it done. Just you had our truck. We packed that up, with our heating thing. So even though I had a 9 to 5, I had another whole business that was more than a hustle. It was a business because I was doing catering for corporations and big companies like Kraft Food and all of this stuff. So it was more than just a hustle. It was a whole business.
Is this your first business, Alexis?
Yeah. Well,
I know you had your online business.
Yeah, I had an online business, but
I had one of them too.
That was pretty. I don't want to say that was easy, but it was kind of easy. It was more fun.
But you had to organize your product. You had to do your pricing, shipping.
Yeah, but the only thing that was a little different was I was on a platform that already marketed for you.
And did everything for you.
It did everything for me. It wasn't like me from scratch having to build something up. I mean, it was still, it was still a business nonetheless, but it was nowhere near like this. And I didn't want to.
No, I was gonna say that's what I was thinking though. I mean, it still took a lot of organization. You didn't put something up in a sale. I mean, you had to take pictures. I remember you had to take pictures. So you were the photographer, you were the marketer, you were the shipper.
Yeah. Accountant,
customer service. That's 5 hats, and we ain't even finished.
Okay, you're right.
And so you guys, even though you guys were 9 to 5, when I would finish my 9 to 5 with my customer service job, with my catering job, with my resume service job, I never stopped. I was always grinding, but I made lots of money. And so it's the same thing. If you have a 9 to 5 and you grinding afterward, you don't have the 9 to 5 mentality because you getting up and you keep going. And when you get off work, and sometimes you up to 11, 12 o'clock at night and getting up and going back to your job again.
And I'm going to tell you one more thing about that 9 to 5 mentality. And if y'all good, we'll move on and get back to our chat. But it's nice knowing that check is coming every 2 weeks. So you spend your money differently. When you know I'm on a salary and I'm getting X amount of dollars and I already know every 14 days it's going to be there. Yeah. That's pretty good. I remember when I left one job and I actually became salary because I didn't have that many jobs that was salary. I was mostly hourly at my companies. And I had that one job I was salary. I was like, you mean if I come to work or if I don't come to work, I'm going to get the same amount? I just put a code in for being absent. Yeah. And they pay me the same amount. Yeah. That was pretty cool, right? So, you save your money differently when you're totally reliant on yourself, self-employed. You save your money differently. You don't spend the same way. You might not just go out to dinner willy-nilly, buy those extra pairs of shoes, purses.
Can I say one more point too? And I'm done. But I remember my mom actually did have a business. But she started the business. It was a restaurant. She started the business when she had a big time off. She was helping my father through an accident. So she took a leave of absence from her job. So she still had her job to fall back on, right? And just thinking about it, at the end of the day, she ended up closing her restaurant. But I feel like if she didn't have that job to fall back on, I think she would have pushed a little harder for her restaurant to be successful. Because the food was amazing. The food really was amazing. So I just say all that to say, yes, stick to your 9 to 5 because that's what's keeping the money coming in, but don't kind of think of that as your backup plan. Think about it as this is what's getting me by right now. This is what I want to invest my time in because at the end of the day, I want to be an entrepreneur. And even if you don't necessarily want to be an entrepreneur, because some people don't want to do it, not completely.
And that's okay.
That is okay. Trust me. Because at first I battled with that personally, going back and forth, like, do I really want to do that? Like, I kind of like my job. I went back and forth with myself for a long time. But if you are that type of person who eventually wants to, become your own boss completely, or let's say you're retiring, like a lot of people that tell me that they're retiring and they want to do this full time, just make sure you don't think about your job as a backup plan. Think about it's just getting you by right now. And I feel like those little subtle changes to your mental and your mindset and the way you think, it'll help your business, your notary business, your loan signing business, whatever you're doing, it'll help it flourish.
And there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5. There is nothing wrong with that. And if that's what you want to do, be blessed in doing that and do it well, so you can climb the ladder maybe there and then do your notary business with integrity. Do the best you can with part-time or whatever you're doing with it. Whatever I do, I always try to do my best.
Right.
I don't care if that's working part-time, full-time, my own business, whatever. I try to bring it. That's how I grew up.
I'll tell you another short story regarding 9 to 5. I have a brother. He's younger than me, but he's a boss. He's a businessman. He totally got that from his father, even though he never knew his father because he died when he was a baby. He knows about business. So when it comes to 9 to 5, what he did, so he's an independent contractor. When I say he knows how to do anything dealing with remodeling a house, he knows how to do anything, and he's amazing at it. He learned everything on YouTube University. And what else he did was he went to this person who had a contracting business. He worked for them, and he did not get paid that much money. I'm like, Mark, you're not used to making this small amount of money. He says, Angela, my goal is to learn everything about this business. He said, whatever this man asked me to do, I'm going to do it. And he did that for 3 years straight. He was digging ditches. He was doing everything. He said, when I finish this job, I'm going to know everything about remodeling a house, from floors to countertops to windows to everything. And that's what he did. So I'm saying that to you people who have a 9 to 5 job. Like Kim said, keep your 9 to 5 job. We're not telling you to leave your 9 to 5 job, but on your side hustle, learn everything you need to know about this notary business. Get your training, read the books, go to YouTube University, go to the meet and greets, talk to people, let people know you're a notary. On the weekends and after work, do your notary job. And when you feel comfortable enough that you got this, then you can quit your 9 to 5 because you're going to be making money. This man makes money hand over fist. My brother is a boss when it comes to what he's doing. Everybody wants to hire him because his work is amazing.
Guys, I got this tickle in my throat. I'm so sorry.
What did you eat? Don't tell me. We'll talk about it.
I know. I was like, did I have some lime or something? You know what? I did. My friend got me an edible arrangement, and it was something in there. I have a terrible allergy, guys, to lime and stuff like that. But I ate that. It was good. The chocolate was so thick on it. Okay, we're going to move on.
So what does Tynese Taylor say?
Hold on 1 second, Angela, because we skipped Facebook. So let me go to the comments over there right quick. So
you on Facebook too?
Yeah, she was like, this is a much needed discussion. She probably got to catch the replay because she was late. And then just a couple of greetings over there on Facebook. So welcome, Facebook. Welcome. We got to show you some love too. And we skipped Gilmore. Can you talk about the NNA certification and what it is? Yeah. Would you like to talk about that, either Angela or Alexis?
Yeah, I can talk about it. So the NNA, I'm trying to look for the comment. Where we at?
Oh, it was at 823.
Okay. All right. So the NNA, okay, I got it. And what is it for? Okay. So the NNA is the National Notary Association, and that certification is basically you becoming a loan signing agent, notary signing agent. You're able to handle loan documents. You're certified by the NNA. The NNA is the standard. So these different signing companies, which are like third-party agencies where you can get jobs through, they usually like to see that NNA certification. And all it is it walks you through how to basically do a loan signing, handle mortgage documents, and what that looks like when you're with a client. At the end of the day, you're still a notary. Mm-hmm. You're still notarizing documents. You're kind of overseeing the signatures of those documents and notarizing them as well. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what that is. Y'all want to add anything?
Yeah, you must be NNA certified in order to work with the signing companies. That means doing their notary signing agent test and their background check. And I just received an email tonight, guys, from, let me tell you who it was really quick. They just told me that they are not any longer accepting anybody's background check but the NNA.
Oh, really? Because people would go to other people.
Yeah, here it is right here. I got it at 4:00. It says new background check requirements. Notary must possess, provide, and display on their NNA background report. It says we are no longer accepting other forms of background reports because there are other companies that will do a background check for you.
Yeah.
But I always tell people to go through the NNA, always. And it says, and it must be dated within 1 year. And again, they are no longer accepting anybody else's background check. So, and this is from the closing group. So you must go through the NNA. I always tell people you must. And I know sometimes people say, well, there are other companies out there that do it. And that's true. But in order to be recognized in the industry, you must go through the NNA.
And I was just, I'll just add this, is that this is just a personal thing. When I was a notary in San Diego, I just thought the NNA was for everybody. But like Kim says, there are other companies, but NNA is the gold standard for these closing companies. And I'm not surprised that that email finally came through, because back in the late 70s and early 80s, NNA was everything. So I get all of my background checks, E&O insurance. I get all of that from the NNA. You can choose to get it from where you want to, but the NNA is the gold standard when it comes to these loan signing companies. And if you got stuff from the NNA, they're going to see that and they're going to keep moving. They're not going to even be blinking their eyes and worrying about it.
Nope, they will take you like that. I also get my errors and omission insurance from them. I do everything through the NNA. That is the gold standard. Yeah, that's the gold standard.
Gilmore, they do have 3 different packages you can choose from. So the $70 package, like the least expensive one, that's just the test and the background check. You can definitely do that one, but if you do, just know you might need training along with it. The other 2, they're like 2 something. One is like $199, I think.
And one is 2 something.
Yeah, those 2 come with training. But if you get that $70 one, it does not come with any training. And with that one, if you did want to take our training, you could take our training and then do the $70 package for the NNA.
But I would say that most likely, and Kim, you can correct me, Alexis, if I'm wrong. Most likely, no matter which package you take for the NNA, you're going to want some additional training, personalized training, because you're still not going to quite understand. You're not going to understand what you need to do.
I call our training a bridge, because I did take the higher package with the NNA, and walking away from it, I still was like, "What is this?" I mean, it tells you a little bit, but actually applying it to real world,
right?
It didn't help.
And so, I took the middle package. I took the middle package because I already had experience as a notary. However, like Alexis always says, there's a difference between being a notary for your job, where they're just shoving papers in front of you. They're like, here, notarize this, notarize that. And I'm not even looking at it, really. I'm just stamping because they told
me. You ain't giving nobody no oaths or nothing.
Nothing. I'm just signing and stamping. And that's not being a good notary. So you still may need some training. So I took the middle package again, but I already had a little bit. But I didn't know what I was doing, even when I was doing it for my 2 other employers. Now, I did it for 2 people, and neither one was like, do you have training? It was like, we want you to be a notary. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Tynese's question. I love this question. Does a notary charge a fee to another notary public? Is there something not to charge a public officer? Do you charge another notary when they call you for services?
Can I answer that question?
Uh-oh. What would Angela do?
So you guys, first of all, I'm going to say, don't take other notaries for granted. Don't just assume because you're a notary that they shouldn't charge you. If you choose not to because they're a notary, that's fine. I'm going to charge you something. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. And I told Alexis and Kim about this. So I'm at home. I had a long day. And whether I had a long day or not, it would have been the same for me. I had a busy day that day, out back and forth notarizing documents. I was home. I'll never forget it. It was like 4:30. I had another appointment at like 5:30. And then I had an appointment at 6 o'clock. I get this phone call from this notary. First of all, don't try to bamboozle me and don't try to side shade me because I know when you're doing it to me. She calls me. She's like, hey, may I speak to Angela? I'm like, this is Angela. She's like, oh, I feel like I know you. Oh, my name is Angela too. And she going on and on. And I'm like, will you please get on? Because I was trying to take a nap between my notary jobs. And she's, oh, I know you from, I even forgot what platform it was from. And I said, oh, okay. And she's, oh, I'm here at FedEx on 124. Can you run down here and notarize something for me? I said, no. She's, oh, I'm just right up the street. Can you notarize something for me? I said, I have an appointment. I have 2 appointments, as a matter of fact. I don't have time. What time are your appointments? I told her. She said, well, you have an hour. Can you please run down here and notarize it for me? No, by now I'm annoyed with you. Because first of all, you're not taking into consideration that I have 2 appointments. Second of all, you didn't even say, hi, Angela, this is Angela. I'm a notary. I have something I need to notarize. Will you please come and meet me? Or can I come to your house? She didn't mention nothing about how much would you charge me? Nothing. If I call anybody except for Kim or Alexis, if I call anybody, I'm going to say, hi, I'm a notary. I need to have a document notarized. What is your availability? Can you come to me? Or if I come to me, how much would you charge me? And if you tell me, oh, if you come to me, I'll do it for free, I'm still going to give you a tip because that's your business. But I'm not going to call you and say, come to me, I'm at FedEx in 5 o'clock traffic. No, I'm not going to do that. You have no sense of concern for me as your fellow notary. So that's to me, that's a thing that you decide for your business. If a notary come to me honestly and they're nice, I would not charge them. I would hope they would give me a tip just to be courteous. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, but you have to also see, there are a lot of notaries in Atlanta. If your 2 notaries come to you every day, you're not going to charge, you're not going to pay anything. So that's my take on it. I don't know what Alexis and Kim's take on it. So the bottom line is that I make the decision based on the attitude of the notary.
I agree. I don't like people to assume that I'm going to do something. And I actually am coming up with something now. Because I'm in the area, people will call me and they want me to notarize their document because they see me on YouTube. No, I think my policy I came up with is I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I need a little separation there. I need a little separation between my business and my YouTube life. So what I do for None Better Mobile Notary is None Better Mobile Notary. I'm not saying, oh, bring me a document because I saw you on YouTube. I don't feel comfortable with that. Mm-hmm. That's just my thing. It may not be nothing wrong with it, but I don't have nothing to do with the document, et cetera, et cetera. But don't just call me because you saw me on YouTube and I'm getting ready to be your personal notary. I'm working. I always tell you guys, I'm a working notary. Right. I'm not just a YouTuber. I actually work.
In a public officer, yes, we are. But I had a job this week for a guy. He was a veteran, and he was had an application for the police department. The police department notary application is 12 notary stamps. I could have charged him a whole lot of money for that. But because he was a veteran and because he was a police officer person, I only charged him $40. And he still gave me a tip. I did. It was a good deal because he was a veteran and he was applying for the police department. Yeah. So I'm nice to people and go the extra mile for certain people, so yeah. But if you call me trying to bamboozle me or think I'm then you're not getting nothing from me.
You'll be blessed for that, Angela. So let's hit this Facebook. Did you want to say something on that, Alexis?
Yeah, I guess when it comes to you being another notary, I just share real quick. I had a situation. A lady called me. She didn't tell me she was a notary, but she was like, "How much would you charge?" You know, I need a document notarized. I'm like, she was like maybe 10 minutes away from me. I told her I told her $35, right? Because I was already running around. She was like, "Oh, I'm a notary. Why are you charging that much? It should only be X, X, Y, and Z amount." I think she said $2, whatever she said. And I was like, "I'm coming to you. I'm coming to your home." You know what I mean? I had to break it down for her to understand. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a mobile notary," and I had to kind of put her up on game. Like, yeah, it's $2 for a stamp, but I can definitely charge a travel fee. And that was my travel fee at the time. Now, mind you, I did not know she was a notary until after I had already said the price. But don't let people throw that notary word in there and try to windle you out of your money. Like, if I'm driving to you, I mean, I might not charge you the full amount. And I would have knocked something off of her if she would have just relaxed a little bit after the fact. But instead of 35, I might have would have charged her $25. I was already out, like I said. But when they throw that notary word around, just remember you still have to, if you're mobile, I know a lot of us are, you still got to drive.
Yeah.
So if you want to charge 10, 15, you know what I mean? Something
Right.
like that, depending on the location.
No.
Fair.
If I'm driving to you, I'm gonna charge you because you can come to me.
Yeah, exactly. Some people don't like that, so I just.
Yeah, even with my friends, I have certain people that I'll do it for free for them, but they must drive to me. The moment I pull my car out, it becomes a business transaction. Because when I go to Quick Trip, they don't say, "Oh, you did that for your friend, it's free." They don't say you did it for another notary. You don't have to pay for your gas tonight.
Okay.
So somebody got to pay for the gas. And Alexa said something else I wanted to. Oh yeah, one more pet peeve of mine, guys. Don't call me pretending that you're not a notary and you want information. Like Alexa said, that person wait till she get a price, and then she says, "Oh, I'm a notary." Tell me flat out, "Hey, Kimmi, I'm another notary," and I do that. I actually did that when I was starting my business and I wanted information. I called a notary in Tennessee just to talk to her because I don't know why I called her out of all the places, but I just called her. I was like, "Hey, da 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 da," and she shared. Well, she talked to me for about a half hour. And other notaries, I Googled them and I talked to them straight up. "Hey, I'm a notary. I'm getting started." I called another guy in Decatur. He had 130 reviews, and I was like, "Well, he must be doing something right." And I called him and talked to him. And at the end, he jokingly said, "Well, I just had a whole consultation with you, right?" And I appreciated that, but I've reciprocated that to other people all the time. So that's called sharing, But yeah, I don't call people playing games. And I've heard people say, "Well, call notaries and see how much they charge," and this and that. I'm like, don't you call me, ask me about my price list. Now, if you want me to talk you through my pricing method, I would do that, but don't call me trying to play games and see, well, let me see how much you charge. I'm gonna call this person, call that person. They're not gonna like that. I'm gonna tell you. So Jermaine want to join us, and then we're gonna hit these questions, y'all. Hey, Jermaine.
Hey, Jermaine.
I just wanted to. I made sure to stand in front of the purple wall for Angela because I know that's your color, Angela. But yeah, no, really quickly, I'm running around and doing some things, and I just hopped off of something else. So I'm a little bit out of breath, but I just want to thank you guys for what you're doing. I haven't gotten a chance to maybe do anything. I'll probably do a package. But yeah, things are going really well. They're coming along.
Yes.
To what you guys just said, I actually did the quick claim deed that I did was actually for a company, and the gentleman, her husband, was actually a notary. And I'm trying to position this thing. It's my first time. I'm not like a YouTuber.
You're fine.
All right. So I'm trying to get it in the screen. But yeah, so he was just, they called me through Google My Business. I quoted the price at $40, and she was like, "That's fair." And I was like, "Okay." And Kimmi, I didn't have a blue pen. Don't judge me. It was my first ever. I heard your thing today on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, they won't catch me slipping again. But I appreciate all the tips.
Get your ink pen.
I'm on it. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so I'm new. I'm in New York.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm new. I haven't really done too much of anything, but I appreciate all the nuggets, and I'm gonna purchase one of the classes. I did training through the NNA and everything else, and I did Mark Will's class, so I didn't know about you guys. So I feel comfortable and prepared. I just got to get everything together and start.
Yeah. Yes.
Great
Well,
job.
Yeah, congratulations. I see you in the chat. So
I see you in the chat. Keep on in the chat, Jermaine.
Okay, I try. And I put the orange on to represent Georgia, even though I'm not from Georgia, but
All right.
a little bit. But I'm gonna let you. I have your book, Kimmy. I bought it.
So you said you're in New York.
I'm in New York. I've been a notary for maybe 2 months, so I still have my job. I haven't made the leap yet. It's something I'm looking forward to doing.
What part of New York? What part of New York?
I'm in Westchester, so I'm about maybe 40 minutes from the city. I would say probably from New York City. Yeah,
we've had New York. We've had some New York and New Jersey customers in our classes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet. That's good to know.
And I was going to say, it looked like that price need to come up a little bit. You know, New York.
You in New York.
You know what it is? I definitely, the reason why I quoted that was because they were about like 7 minutes from where I lived. And like I said, it was, so I got it. Angela, I got you, Angela. I'm going to remember. I'm going to keep that at top of mind. Yeah.
Jermaine, one more question for you. So when you go to Quick Trip and you get ready to buy your gas, do they say, "Oh, you're only 7 minutes from us, you don't have to pay as much"?
They do not, Kim. This is true. This is true.
When you go to pay your cell phone bill, do they say, "Oh, you're not that far away from the cell tower, you don't have to pay as much"?
No,
you didn't use your cell phone as much this month. You don't have to pay that much.
Right. No.
Yeah, you're right. Also, too, when I go to the polo store and I buy my sweater, that's full price.
Okay. So next time, a little bit more. Every time when you get more comfortable for real, every time you'll get that price up a little bit. And that's how you're gonna make your money.
Yeah.
Because you might even have charged her $50 in free stamps.
That's true. That's true.
All about verbiage. Yep.
Yeah. So you did good though. You did
good though.
Thank you very much. This is my first time ever hopping on someone's stream. I don't really go online.
We feel so privileged.
Yeah, I don't. I just comment in the comment section, but I just want to say I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Thank you, Jermaine.
And all the tips. And I'll join one of the classes and stuff too as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even if you don't, we're gonna be friends.
We appreciate you, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that.
You don't have to take a class.
Stay in the chat and Facebook and help us out.
Yeah, if you don't need a class, you don't need a class. You just come and help everybody else.
All right, sounds good.
You're on the right track. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alexis, Kimmy, and Angela. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. So we're gonna get to these questions really quick.
Okay, we gotta get to the questions.
Yeah, we about to hit it, y'all. Here we go. We going rapid fire. So let's see. Sharaya, hey Sharaya. She said that she had a signing and she knew the client's document was wrong. Well, that's not your business. You did the right thing by not commenting.
Yep.
Yep. Because if you do it, that's called unauthorized practice of law. So if it's wrong, it's wrong. Now, I'm not going to notarize it knowing that something is completely off where they have to come back to me. But if it's something that they missed or something, it's not your business.
Right.
And if you know for sure something is wrong, you might just say, "Hey, Mr. Smith, would you like to address this?" or something, but be careful of.
Be careful. Because remember, you guys, I had a document that was wrong and the person died and the attorney calling me, want me to sign this paper and say that this was wrong. I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with that. That's how I sign it, saying that I notarized the document and I ID'd the person. I said, whatever was going on with that document, I have nothing to do with it. So that's what he ended up doing. So yeah, you don't have nothing to do with their document.
No. And Carla said the best insurance company on Facebook is going to be, I like the NNA for everything, as we stated earlier. We use the NNA for our insurance. We use the NNA for our background check. Everything. That's the gold standard. Amethyst says she's going to be in the notary basic class. We will see you soon. She's
going to private
lesson. Just for the private lessons, guys, because I did get that question a lot tonight. Just send us an email over at Notary Educators, fill out the contact us card, and we'll definitely call you back. Okay. Danielle says she want to focus on apostille. She watched all the videos, but she's still just scared. So Danielle, go to your state website and just study it like crazy.
What state is Danielle in?
What state are you, Danielle? But just study your website. Basically, it will tell you what to do. You print the main face sheet. It'll tell you what 4 things you need. And then watch the videos. I have like 3. And that should be able to help you, okay?
If you need to call call the contact, whoever, your state's website, call them, ask them questions.
Mm-hmm.
They'll answer it. That's another great way.
Yep, call the state. And Angela called Washington this week, right?
3 times.
See?
So that's what they get paid for. Make them earn their money. Call them. Okay. Oh, good. Gilmore says she got her book. Dana, yes, sign up for the private lesson. The price is not on the website, but right now in this video is $149 for the class normally, and we're going to offer that as a private lesson price for the month of May. Okay, that's only for the month of May. Private lessons $149, and fill out the email over at Notary Educators LLC. I'm glad you got your book. Thank you for purchasing. Danielle said, "Hey Alexis, everybody telling you hi."
Yeah.
Let's go to Fearless Notary. She says, "My next door neighbor growing up was a neighborhood candy lady, and I used to help her. My mom always had a small floral design." Yes, she's glad that she was exposed to people with businesses. That's another thing too. I really appreciate that comment, Fearless Notary, because as our people see us doing things, our younger generation, it's contagious. And they're like, wow, my aunt had a business, or my cousin had a business, my mom had a business. So even like if it's not, like you said, the candy lady, that's a business.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. How do you think Snicker bars got started? Mars and all that. Somebody started that, the candy business. So let's see. There go Jermaine. Danielle said, Kim, you're correct. Parenting is a lot. It's your business if you don't want kids. Oh, thank you. And I love the kitties now, y'all. Y'all know I love me some
love
kitties.
The kids. I
love the kitties. Mindset, Dolores says, if you can see it, you can have it. Yes. If you don't see it, you won't.
That's right.
I do what others do. Wait a minute. I do what others won't do because I want what others don't have. You got to be hungry. I love that. Very good. Very good. Let's skip down to Renee. What did she say? She always asks work. I've always worked 9 to 5. So it's a real step of faith to break the work mode for me. I appreciate your energy and tenacity.
That's what I have.
Yeah. So you already know what some of your issue is. Just work on it. Pray on it. Don't quit nothing. Again, we are not saying quit your job.
No.
We're saying have a different mindset in your business. You can work 9 to 5, but in your business, you want to have a different mentality.
I like Danielle's comment.
All right. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. What she said. Much needed conversation. Danielle, Kim, not only that check coming in, but the benefits too. It's scary since I quit my job, but I got God and Obamacare.
That's the main reason. What you kept telling me when I was trying to quit, and you kept telling me your benefits. Yeah, that's the main reason. I was like, I don't know about this.
That's the main reason a lot of people are afraid.
Yeah, and I did. I actually had that conversation with Alexis. I was like, girl, you can't leave on benefits.
Kept telling me that. And I'm like, no, I want to do this.
I have my mentality, even though I have my own business, I was frightened for her to make that call, So yeah, I was frightened for her. Honestly, some of you may or may not know that Alexis and I are a family. She's my niece. She's my youngest sister's daughter, the one that I lost in 2019. So we all talk about it often because she's her own boss. But she's my baby girl, but she's doing her thing. So yeah, we love Alexis. So anyway, I was frightened for her when she wanted to quit her job and start. So that's why we keep saying, I'm not telling you quit your job. Don't say Kimmi, Angela, Alexis say quit your job because we ain't say that.
I will tell you in a minute. Angela did not say that.
Yeah, I tell you, I was forced into my situation. I probably would still be working right now if I wasn't forced into my situation.
Yes. So all things Nata Jean says, I work for this company to send me out I-9s. The NNA says I was fine considering, and Cali notaries cannot do I-9s. And that's correct. In the state of California, you cannot complete the I-9 form. So this is a good point for me to mention. All of you, though, that in other states, any other state within listening to me, if you are in another state and you have not added I-9 completion, if you have not added ink fingerprinting to your business, you are leaving money on the table. When your phone rings, what do we always say? You should be able to do it, right? Mm-hmm. We always want you to get all the money that you can. So you need training. So I do have 2 videos on ink fingerprinting and how to complete the I-9. If that is not enough for you and you need more, I do have my course, I-9, how to complete it like a pro. It's not complicated. I also have my ink fingerprinting course where I teach you how to roll right online, how to fill out the card, and also my Notarize Like a Pro basic course. And that's where I teach you how to notarize. So it's like me and you in a room and all of these different videos, and I teach you how to do everything. So I'm running a special, guys, every Monday. This is something new. And if you're watching the replay, it's fine. You can feel free to share the code. I'm not going to be mad at you. But every Monday, you can take $10 off of all the courses, okay? The online courses, $10 off. And the coupon code is going to be Notary. Just keeping it simple. Notary. Notary. So that's $10 off. So for a $39 investment, you can learn how to do ink fingerprinting. I know I've seen other courses out there cost $500, $600. It's not that complicated. You might need a little more training. My course will give you everything you need to do ink fingerprinting. $10 off, all courses. The I-9 is different ways to fill it out. I go over about 3 or 4 different ways with you. So you need to know those different ways. That's the I-9 course. And then Notarize Like a Pro, I'll teach you how to do basic notarizations and how to be a strong notary. So that's $10 off if you're listening to this right now or the replay. And we're going to be running this special every single Monday. And the code is Notary, Notary. Okay. And everything can be found at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Everything we're talking about can be found there. And just a couple more things, guys. I want to show you the book for Georgia. Start your notary business in the state of Georgia if you haven't already gotten that. And this book is for everyone else. Start your notary business.
Yeah.
There you go.
Start your notary business. It's not complicated. So one is strictly for Georgia and the other one is for everybody else. Okay. So we're going to answer a few more of these questions before we get out of here because we talked a lot tonight. Dolores says she's an RN, CNA training for 6 years, nursing for 2 years, both during the pandemic. She was close to retirement. Oh, wow. Yeah. And she's ready to start her business. Yes. Go ahead, Dolores. You got this.
Yeah.
Some good signing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Okay. You want to say something, Angela?
No, I was just going to tell her to send us a consult, and we'll just get you started. We'll map you out and tell you what you need to do.
Yes. If you need a consultation call, we gladly do those for free of charge, okay? Because we want to make sure you pick the right class. We don't want you just signing up for stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you need to know what you're buying first, we're all for that. Send us an email at notaryeducatorsllc.com. We will reach out and we will call you, as we have called many of you, just to make sure you're in the right class, okay? Mm-hmm. Jennifer says, what's some good signing companies? You want to tell her just a couple, Alexis, we'll keep going.
Yeah, on SnapDocs and Signing Order. Those are my top 2. I've been getting a lot from right now.
And with Signing Order, make sure you pay that $2.99 per month, which will get you access to 20 more zip codes, okay? Mm-hmm. And don't forget, a lot of you don't know this, but if you on SnapDocs, there's a little quiz that you take. If you take that quiz, it'll get you a higher ranking, okay? Mm-hmm. 10 questions on SnapDocs. So it's similar to the 10 questions on the NNA, so you should be fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
LOL, Angela, they saying get your money. And then Gilmore Wanda said, I'm trying to get more information and notary so I can start working on the weekend part-time. Yeah, reach out. Gilmore Wanda, fill out a contact us card. We'll definitely be in touch, okay? Mm-hmm. Our other Angela says, thanks. I've done a notary for a notary and I charged her. Yep. Ladero, hey there. Ladero says family, friends, and other notaries pay full price or even more.
That's right, Ladero. I trained him one-on-one. By the way, y'all, Ladero took the one-on-one from me, so he has the Angela mindset.
So he said it's a respect thing for his craft. And I agree. He said, that's the second time he said that. Okay, hold on. So all things Nata Jean says, I had a mobile notary sons call me on behalf of his dad. He said his dad hasn't had a signing in a while. He wanted me to hire his father. I gave him some tips to help him. What? How you going? He wanted you to give him some of your work? Okay, that's interesting. So what did he think he was going to do while you giving him your business? I'm all for helping people out though, but
she did. She gave him tips. That's what I said. That's nice.
That's what I'm saying. She gave him some tips.
Right. So Jermaine said this is a business. Let's see. Yep, that was nice of her to help. Very good. Let's see. Make sure we hit everything. What would Angela do? It doesn't matter. Get your money. WWAZ. That's what we say around here. Girl, down south notary, you are so funny with that. Notary down south. So Amethyst said, when can I schedule the one-on-one? So just go to the website and we'll get your calendar and we'll make it happen. Fill out an email over there for us, okay?
Email requests.
Yeah, email request. Contact us card and we'll contact you, okay? And P says, hey Kimmy, that was smart. I'm buying the book. Yes, yay. Hey, Charmaine, hey, everybody. Let's see what else. Price sheet. No, we do not print price sheets, EH. We do not print price sheets because
on your website
is going to be different. No, I don't put it. Oh, she's talking about our personal for the business. If you're talking about prices for the classes, it's out there. They're $149. If you're talking about the class prices, if you're talking about a price sheet for our business model, I don't post it. I don't have one and I don't print one. Why? Because I kind of know in my head what I'm going to be charging based on my screening questions, how far I'm going to drive, if that's what we're referring to. As far as the classes, if you need more information, just fill out a contact us card. Okay. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. Yeah, girl, I lost my mom. I appreciate it. Alexis, they say, do your thing, girl.
Thank you, Dolores.
And buying some supplies. Yes, Jermaine, go to my Amazon store, which is also on notaryeducatorsllc.com. Everything is at that website, guys. Yep. Everything you need to know. Don't forget to join us on Facebook too. Okay. Let's see. We're almost done here. Juice for Life says, anyone I want to know. I took the acknowledgement and direct class with these ladies. They did a good job explaining what to look for in order, what your document is, and how to read it. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Yes, Jermaine, go get them blue ink pens. Amethyst says she got both of the books. Appreciate it. And then Jermaine says, get Kimmy's book. He will not be sorry. He has so many good nuggets and even scripts. I always forget about to mention the scripts, Jermaine.
Yeah, there's some good scripts in there.
I do. I have scripts for every situation almost in there. And if it's not a situation, you can take those and twist it.
Did you have something on Facebook, Kim?
Oh, let me check the Facebook comments really quick before we head out. No, that looks like it.
You're welcome.
So Facebook, we want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, let's recap really quick. The discount is $10 off all the online courses. Okay. And that's going to be every Monday now. The code is Notary. I'm not going to change it. Every Monday, I'll just get out here and say, hey, it's on sale. You can use it on the replay. You can share it. We have the Georgia Notary meet and greet coming up on May 15th from 1 to 5. What are they going to learn at the meet and greet? Alexis, you want to cover that right quick?
Hold on 1 second. My charger. All right, so Georgia meet and greet. Hold on, guys, I gotta get it very quick. All right, so we'll be talking about a lot of good information. We're gonna be talking about different myths and facts involving Georgia and just the notary in general, right? So many different things out there we keep hearing from, different sources, YouTube, Facebook, all those different things. So we're gonna be covering myths versus facts, okay? What is general notary work? We're gonna run it down for you. A lot of people want to know what exactly is general notary work. We're going to give you all of that good information. We're going to give you nuggets about how to increase your business revenue, which I know a lot of people have been wondering, what are the next steps? Okay, I got my commission. I got my Google My Business page. What other ways can I get this thing going, right? So we're going to be talking about how to increase that business revenue and how to add additional streams of income. And exactly what is a notary signing agent? A lot of people, just like today, we had a question about the NNA. We're going to give you all those little tips and tricks and let you know, give you a little peek behind closed doors as far as what that looks like in the state of Georgia. And that leads me to the next point. How do we make money in an attorney state? Where we can't be a notary signing agent, loan signing agent. That's all you hear is we can't do it. We can't do it. Okay, so how are we making money? How are people making money under this if we can't do it in the state of Georgia? So that's all the things we're going to be talking about at the meet and greet. And food will be provided as well, 1 to 5. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we are getting more excited as the days go by. Alexis went out and bought stuff today. So we are so excited. So guys, as always, it's our pleasure. Look for us more frequently going live, if not all three of us together. We might be popping in on Instagram, TikTok. I did my second TikTok today was more successful. Today was my second time doing TikTok. Today I aced it, y'all. I still couldn't bring Angela on the stage.
Bring me on. It was a B+. It wasn't ace. The B+.
Yeah,
it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault though.
I don't know if it was or not. I couldn't bring Angela on, so I was kind of disappointed in that. But I did get through it and talk to people.
Yeah, you did.
So, and Alexis did her first one by herself the other day. Angela went live this week also. So you guys will be seeing a whole lot of us. So the best way to stay connected is that Facebook page.
And bring your questions, you guys. We're there to answer your questions.
Yeah. Yes, drop your questions over there. Anything you want to know, Notary Educators Facebook page. Again, we reiterate, you do not have to be one of our students. It's completely free, and it's a loving community, just like you see here on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else. That's what we have over there. And if not, we'll just block people.
Block you.
We haven't had to do that, y'all. We just got started. But it's growing pretty quick.
But we will block you, though.
We will block you. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Well, guys, on behalf of Notary Educators, I'm Kimmi, and I'll let the ladies say their bye. It's been my pleasure as always.
I'm Angela. We really appreciate you guys. It's always a pleasure, and we just love Monday Night Mentorship.
Yes, and I'm Alexis, and like Angela said, I really enjoy Mondays. That's my favorite day of the week, especially with you all.
Yep.
And I want you all to use these lives to get that the rest of the week going. We want the rest of the week to be on fire, okay?
Yeah.
With that pep set, all right?
All right, so next time, let everyone, it's our pleasure, okay? Take care.
Bye, you guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Good week.
Okay. Come on Friday, Angela. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.